DiVincenzo can't hit it.
Yet another miss. Just 1 for 5. Not exactly an ideal start.
Jackson has the open look. Off target from three-point range. Fox, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Pass the ball. George with the ball. Right wing. Here's Ayton. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Fox with it. George picks him up. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. To the inside. Capella. No good. That would have tied it. And George, here we go. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Oh, my goodness. Paul George under duress of exceptional defense. No problem.
And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Here's Ayton. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Here's Banchero. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star Greg in 2024, Paolo Banchero.
And Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instantly. And on paper, Paolo Banchero has so many appealing attributes. His size, build, the ability to find shots. You can easily see why scouts were enamored with this guy as a prospect.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played. Outside, Fox. Pass to post. Clock at 6. Good ball movement here by Miami. Back to Batum. Again, the miss by the Heat. One-on-one fast break. Holmgren can't hit. The Heat trail by 6. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. De'Aaron Fox stays in attack mode. He says people don't want to guard somebody that's going to attack them on every possession. You can't get that break. You can't take any plays off. And with his speed, Kevin, that is a lot to deal with all game long.
A ton, David, to deal with. No question. DA, thanks. Here's George. And he drives in. And then George with the jam.
Oh, Paul George, let him hear you with that finish. That is nicely done.
Pass to Tobic. Back to Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
And it's Fox with the ball for Miami. Trailing by 4. Here's Post. Frames the 3, and yes, he'll go to the line for one more. That one on Ayton. The Heat have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now. .104 left here in the first quarter. On the wing, George. Hits it from three-point range. George has got 13.
You've allowed Paul George to lock in and get his rhythm. Now you better start to stop him.
Here's Fox. Here he goes. Post. From outside, off the mark. George, no good. The Heat trail by 3. Count it. Fox has got his third basket of the night.
And you have to have respect for his speed in transition. Fox is a high-octane player who explodes in the open floor.
Holmgren gets the bucket.
Better to be lucky than good. Got that shot to fall.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Over in the corner, Batum. To the middle. Stolen by Ball. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. He's made one and missed one so far in the game.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
Outside Jackson. It's stolen by Banchero. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Up by 4. And back with the start of the second quarter. And welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
To the wing on the left. Here's Capella. Here's DiVincenzo. Doris, it's great to see the excitement that surrounds women's basketball currently, isn't it?
It's great, Kevin, that these incredible players with a high skill level are being acknowledged, not only for that skill, but the quality of play, the competitive spirit of these women. They have worked as hard, and they should get as much recognition.
And timeout is called by Erik Spoelstra. Looking for a breather, and maybe just one or two things to talk about.
Now in the game, number 12.
Down low. It's tipped. Right side to Walker. To the paint. Here's Ayton. Rebound by the Heat. Pass to Banchero. And that one, good.
And the paint is where you love to watch Banchero work. With his size and athleticism, he can attack so effectively inside.
Here's Najee. Back to George. Offensive rebound. Here's Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Control the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Pass to Ayton. Can't nail the jumper.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Here's DiVincenzo. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
The shot by George, no good.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
Inside, it's deflected. Hunter a good look, and it's Miami with another.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Pass to Holmgren. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's on Paolo Banchero. And Chet Holmgren's been a great player from day one, Doris. What do you like most about his game?
I don't know which aspect to pick. This guy is a great rim protector. He can shoot the basketball from three-point territory and with great range from three. But maybe my favorite aspect is the competitive toughness he brings on a nightly basis. Well, this is a team that depends on Paul George to fill it up. Such a skilled, versatile scorer.
You've seen, Doris, Paul George's journey from role player to MVP candidate.
There's a reason, Kevin, Paul George is one of the most emulated players in the league with young people. His game is so well-rounded, and maybe his best attribute is his adaptability. Paul George is equally comfortable either being the lead man, or if need be, he can play with 2 or 3 other stars and still be effective. Really incredible.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes. Pretty much all of their buckets come. From inside the paint down.
And we'll have a timeout called by Erik Spoelstra. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. And so Fox will bring it up for the Miami Heat. 8-point game. Pass to Batum. To halt the run. Fox, no good.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
A nice shot by George.
Boy, Paul George now taking double the amount of threes he did when he first came in the league. Incredible.
Teardrop shot. In the corner, Bay with it. Good ball movement here by Miami. Shot clock at 6. Over to the wing. Miami no good on that time either.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
And Post gets it to go.
What a clever pass by Seth Curry. Watches closely for those developing opportunities.
To the middle. Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Outside for Curry. Back to Fox. Pass to Post. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist. Post has got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Miami. Ball surveying the defense. George with no one around. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. George has got 23 points. Batum, the screen. And Curry has it in the corner. Pass to Post. Here's Fox. In the corner, Bay with it. Those 3-pointers off the mark.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
It's stolen by Curry. Outside, Fox. Driving inside. Yep, that one goes in there. Fox has got 10 points.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
And so we conclude the first half. They lead by 8. We'll be back shortly live from Miami Arena. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Ball with a wide open look. Traps in the tray. Ball's got his second bucket of the night.
And Ball, such a high IQ player, superb at knowing when to take that triple.
Back to Fox. Pass to Post. To the wing right side. Bay, no good.
Well, you can see why the defense dared him to shoot it. That's not really his spot.
Holmgren with it. Outside, George. Back to Holmgren. George with the ball. And it's off from three-point range. Paul George with the steal. Outside, Jackson. Holmgren the screen. Back to George. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Assist goes to
George has got 25 points in the game.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Pass to Trent. For the three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Trent's got his first 3 points of the game.
There are only a handful of players who from that range will pull the trigger. Mr. Gary Trent Jr. says, I'm one of those guys.
for your Heat dancers. Get loud.
It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Three-pointer. That shot misses. And that one's good, George.
Assisted by.
And that's now 27 points for George.
Hey, you're asking for trouble now if you let Paul George get room to run. Excellent transition and superb at getting himself in the right position.
Down low. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
This trip is his second to the free throw line in this one.
And his percentage at the line last season, right at the 75% mark.
George with the ball. And it's Trent picking him up. Buries it from three-point range. Jackson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The specter of injury seems to always loom over Paul George's career, Doris.
Well, Kevin, I think it's very hard for Paul George fans to take out of their mind completely that gruesome injury he suffered. But we've got to give this young man a ton of credit. He has managed his play and his health to a very high level and still one of the most gifted players this game has seen.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his fourth foul of the contest.
TO number 5 for him in the game, and that's way too high of a number for any one play.
To the inside. Banchero. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. And here's George for three. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Well, you love his effort level, right? Particularly when it's winning time. He is going for the finish.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, we are seeing a new generation taking over the NBA. Commissioner Adam Silver says stars can be created much quicker these days. Sports is a meritocracy and talent gets rewarded. With a social media community in the billions for basketball and a global market for talent, new and different stars end up emerging. Kevin?
Which is always good for the game. Great to see. And David, a great report again from you. Thank you. And let's get an update on Lonzo Ball's injury. David, what's the news there?
Well, guys, it could have been much worse. It's a shoulder bruise, and it's aching a bit by the looks of things. Now, this team came into the season with some high hopes. It's not the way they wanted to start things off. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Hopefully everything works out for him. Here's Banchero. Here's Capella. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Capella's got 4 points now in the quarter.
just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds. Just no chance there for the defense. Major size disadvantage. He's got no business trying to stop that slam. Just get out of the way.
It's Trent on the wing. Now DiVincenzo. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it go with the 3. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
That's a blocking foul, and he'll shoot free throws. Well, DB, it didn't take long, did it, for Holmgren to live up to his draft status?
Holmgren, Kevin, was an immediate impact player on both ends of the floor. At his size, to be able to shoot with range and the rim protection he provides, it was absolutely worth the wait for his team. This young man has got a toughness that has shocked even me.
And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way.
Josh Richardson out in transition. You give this guy a little bit of open space and he will make you pay.
Here's Fox. Outside for Batum. From 20 feet out. Heat moving the ball around. Fox, no good. Batum with the steal. There's 38 seconds left to play in the third. From past the arc. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
The Heat trail by 20.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
Walker, a screen. To the paint. Here's Ayton.
Now, I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
And at the end of the third. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And here are the Heat now. Outside, Fox. And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He has decided it's the right time to talk.
Substitutions for your Heat.
6 to shoot. It's Fox with the drive. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Here's Holmgren. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Back when you played, Greg, the offseason was more of a dead period for the league. Not anymore. They want to make it year-round. Every month, something's going on.
Kevin, I love Vegas Summer League. It's given us some extra hoops. It's created a ton of excitement for the future. And also the trades and signings. The NBA is a 12-month-a-year league.
Offensive rebound. Back to George. Jackson in the corner. Off target from outside. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
At the elbow, Banchero. Here's Fox. And Holmgren pulls it down. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
Outside, George. Pass to Holmgren. Lets it go. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
Paul George.
Holmgren's got 11 in the second half. And here are the Heat now. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. Here's Banchero. Goes back up. And it's good on the way in.
Paolo Banchero, so assertive in the paint. You love to watch that guy work down there.
And here's George. It's deflected. Here's Fox. In the corner, it's Hunter. No good from outside. The three from George. The rebound by Post. And here are the Heat. A floater. Outside Fox. And Greg, everyone loves talking trades. Future first-round picks have been moved quite a bit of late, and that's been kind of interesting.
And Kevin, a lot of teams that don't control any of their future first-round picks. With so much pressure to win now, GMs are willing to use draft assets.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Knocked loose. From deep. Trains the three-pointer.
And at the arc, Fox has only gotten bolder. He takes threes without even thinking about it.
To the inside. Pass to DiVincenzo. There's the pick. Here's Post. Good ball movement here by Miami. The wide open look here for Fox. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
Fox with it. He's picked up by Holmgren. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. Three-pointer, Fox. Another miss by Fox. Here's George. And it's Paul George with the finish.
Paul George's ability to put the ball on the floor and drive it balances out his shooting. So important to have both.
Here's Fox. Good work defensively by Richardson. On the wing, George. And the layup's good off the glass. George has got 11 in the second half.
The defense must push Paul George further out. This guy's so adept at finding ways to score inside.
.131 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Fox. Driving the lane. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Banchero, that's good. And that's now 9 points for Paolo Banchero. Back to George. Shoots over Fox. And again, Paul George.
Nice on-time pass to Paul George. He's shot ready. Nicely done.
Here's Fox. No one near Banchero as he lets it go. Good, and a nice assist from Fox.
You know, we talk all the time about how important it is to have bigs who can stretch the floor. An example there.
It's Fox with the drive. Banchero off target at the rim. Pass to Ayton. George double teamed. .35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Richardson. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Substitution on the court.
26 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Topic. .12 seconds left to play here in the fourth. 5 on the clock. on the wing, but 2. And a miss there on the triple. And so the road team gets the W in the